Hey guys, well today, let me fight with my backpack. Today I've come to a place that I've been to before. It's called Wiley Creek. It's in the South Chagrin Reservation for the Cleveland Metro Parks. And I'm here to do a macro shoot for a challenge that I'm doing with Rachel Lerch, who is a Canadian photographer. She's absolutely fantastic at what she does, and we got together and decided to do a macro winter challenge. So I'm here today because the creek behind me has lots of really cool frozen things on it and ice and different things, so I'm here to check it out and see what we got. So let's go have some fun. I have to be pretty careful where I step. The ground, sorry about that. So I have to be pretty careful where I step. The ground is pretty snow covered. Today I'm on my GoPro. I am not on my Luwaks G85. Sorry, there's some runners coming by, surprise me. Because of the ice. There's lots of ice down here, and I'm still trying to get used to the Zhiyou crane and the camera itself, and I don't want to fall and bust my equipment, so I'm back on my GoPro today on my G5, so that way if I fall and drop it in the water it's not going to hurt it. There's some really cool patterns in the ice down here, but I'm going to venture up even further and see what we can find up here. Everything is snow covered with fresh snowpack from last night, so I'm not sure where anything is. So if I look down a lot, sorry. But this place is just beautiful today. Today is my third time being out and doing any type of snow photography or winter photography. We went to Cuyahoga Valley National Park yesterday to the Everett Covered Bridge and got some of the bridge down there. It was absolutely beautiful. It was snowing while we were there. It's gorgeous. But we're going to venture forward and see what kind of macro shots we can find. Let's go. Okay, so I found my first composition here by the creek. In the middle of the creek here, there are rocks that are snow covered. And on top of this one is an old tree branch that has a green lichen on it. And it's covered on the very top of it with snow. So it's layered. It's snow, green lichen, and then you can't really see the tree branch, but it looks very, very cool. So without falling through the ice here, let me see if I can get you a shot of this, okay? Let me get you down here. That right there. We're going to try and get in on that and see what we can get. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but it is very, very cool looking. I really like the color contrast between the white, the snow, and the wood. So we're going to try it and see, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'll be back as soon as I get my stuff set up. Alright, we're back. I have my camera set up. I have my, excuse me, I have my 40 to 150 millimeter lens on. I also have my 1.4 extension. Alright, we're back. So I'm all set up. I have my 40 to 150 millimeter lens on. It is set at 5.6. I have my 1.4 teleconverter also on the lens, and it is giving me an aperture of 5.6 at 250th of a second, which is nice because it's bright. There's intermittent blue skies and clouds. I have no filters on the front, and I'm in aperture priority mode. So this is my setup here. If I can get you around here to show you. Oi. I'm standing on ice. This is my setup. And this is what I have on the back of the camera right now. Let me see if I can lighten that up a little bit so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Okay, so I don't even know if you can see it. I'm on ice here. So you can see I have the snow at the top, and then down here at the bottom is all the lichen that is on the branch. I chose not to show any of the branch. Get you back around here. I chose not to show any of the branch because I just wanted to highlight where the snow meets the lichen and the contrast between the two. It actually looks very, very cool. I really like it. Before, when I had it set up, I was trying to get the entire area, and what I was finding was I had no separation between the snow on top of the lichen and my background. It was just fall off white and blur. So what I've done is I've moved in just a little bit closer to see if I can get the snow just as it scallops onto the lichen, and it looks really, really cool. I'm going to take a few more shots, and then I'm going to head further up creek and see what else we can get. That's interesting. I think I may have found another composition. We're going to head down and see. If I don't bust my noodle in the process. This is very interesting. There is a break in the creek where the ice was, and there's ice and then snow on top of it, so you can see the ice at the edge of the snow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it, but we are certainly going to try. So I'm going to get set up and see what I can get. Here we go. Okay, so I tried that composition. It looks okay. The problem I'm having is the water that flows underneath it, the way that the sun is angled, I'm not being able to get the bounce of the sun off of the water. I don't think a reflector is going to work because of the angle of the sun. It's coming straight at my camera. It's not coming from the sides. So I'm going to take some shots. If they worked, I'll post them after this. If not, I'm moving down the creek because I've seen a couple other little compositions down there that might work even better. So let's go see if we can find some more stuff. Here's hoping. So I stopped here along the creek on my way towards the river because I know there are some really cool turkey tail mushrooms up on a huge log up here, and they usually stick around for quite a while. But I've come across this little rapids, and while I was getting a close-up of the rapids for my video, the edge of where I was filming has ice, and they're beads. They're very, very cool. I'm going to see if I can get a cool composition shot of this. I really like the way the sun's hitting them right now through the trees. They're not bright and blown out, and I want to see what I can get. So I'm going to set up, and I'll be back in a minute. Well, I did get a couple of shots from down there, and they look okay. I'm not used to shooting ice and snow, so I'm not sure if I'm doing it correctly. But it is a challenge, and it's fun. Learning the settings and what to use and what not to use, and it's very different. So we're going to continue up down the path a little bit more. The river is just up that way. So we're going to keep going and see what we can find. Okay, so I've come to the area where the turkey tail mushrooms are, and they're pretty much snow covered at this point. There's some left. The underside of the log, the turkey tails are still white, but on top they've turned a beautiful rust color. And I'm going to try and set up and get some shots. I don't know if this is going to work because of the angles that they're in. The sun is coming out from behind the trees that you see behind me, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this angle. But if I can get this against the snow, these things are absolutely beautiful. There's also some green ones off to my right. I've had a look around to see if there are any more, and they're pretty much snow covered and starting to shrivel. But we're going to try and get a couple of shots, and I'll be back as soon as I get it set up. All right, let's get you out of the sun. I'm all set up. I have my camera here on with, I'm still using my 40 to 150 millimeter with my 1.4 converter on it. And I am shooting down onto what I'm doing. Let me spin you around and show you what I have. Wrong way, rerun. Okay, so this is my camera setup, and I'm pointed down onto the clump of mushrooms right here in a U shape. Okay, so what I've done is the mushrooms are almost completely backlit. The sun has come out from behind a tree now, so I'm waiting for it to pass because I don't want to block any of the light on the other mushrooms because they're being backlit. It looks really, really nice inside the camera. I'm hoping it comes out. I took 4 images at f11 at 200th of a second. Aperture priority, ISO 200, and I'm going to stack those in the computer. I know I can do it in my camera, but I have yet to be able to perfect that. This is my first time image stacking, but I want top to bottom sharpness. I am going to try a higher f-stop, but on some mirrorless cameras, you get diffraction, and I don't want that to happen. So we're going to wait for the sun to pass over a little bit more, and I'm going to get some more shots. I've got people all around me. My gimbal's acting up because I dropped it in the snow, of course. So if they turned out, I'm going to post them up for you now. Guys, so I'm taking pictures here by the river, and I've come across this gentleman and his dog Chloe. His other dog is up there, and she has decided that she has found her treasure. Chloe. Come here, baby girl. Check out the stick.
You've got to show it off to everybody.
Of course. Oh, she's adorable.
Yeah.
My dog would just eat it.
Yeah. No, she's had that stick for probably 2 months now. She'll lose it eventually.
So cute. Okay, this is the queen of dogs right here. She has her staff. She's ready to go. Oh, she's adorable. All right. Well, we are heading out. There are a bunch of dog walkers coming in now with their dogs, and they're everywhere. So I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna head towards South Chagrin Reservation on the way home and see if the vernal ponds have anything to offer. They generally have a lot of cool leaves and stuff frozen inside of them. So let's head in that direction and see what we can get. on my way out of the park, I went by one of my favorite places in the world, and Brian calls it my tree. And it's these beautiful roots from this tree that are inside of this slate rock wall. And I've stopped to get photos because it's covered in icicles. So let's go get some shots. Here it is. This looks beautiful. This is actually the first time I've seen this in winter. I usually get this in the fall. This is beautiful. Oh, and my other tree fell. Oh, darn it. Bummer. So we're gonna get some of these icicles. This is gorgeous. All right, let's get this done. All right, so there's so many angles to get here, but what I've tried to do is I've tried to pick different icicles that are hanging off of here to try and get some compositions on, but they're just really difficult to shoot. Let me show you this one. This little guy here, this little one here actually comes out of the lichen. It's coming down off of the root and through the lichen that's hanging there. I tried to get images of that. Then there's this one that has all kinds of different textures in it. The moss is frozen in here. It's just there's so many things to get here, but my lens just isn't picking them up. So I'm gonna try some more compositions and then I'm gonna head out because the light's starting to drop and it's gonna get dark here soon. But this is really, really cool. This is actually very cool. Well, that ends this challenge for me. I'm calling it a day. The sun is going down. It's going to get dark here very quickly. It's about 4:30, 4:05. I've been out most of the day. I got some very cool shots at Wiley Creek, and as I was leaving Wiley Creek, I passed by my favorite tree, which the roots you can see behind me, hopefully, and it has some very cool icicles on it, so I stopped to grab some shots of that. I got some very cool icicles, and I'm hoping they come out. They come out pretty good. I got a really cool macro of one up close with some striations in it, but I'm really glad we did this challenge, Rachel. It was a lot of fun. And if you guys have not seen Rachel's channel, please go and check out Rachel Lerch on YouTube and her website and her Instagram. She has some amazing photographs. She just came back from the Canadian Rockies not long ago, and her images are just gorgeous. So please go check her out. I'll link her up above and I'll link her below. I cannot wait to see her images and see what she got from the challenge. If you've not liked this video, please click the like button. If you've not subscribed, please click the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon next to it so you can get notifications of future videos. And please go and subscribe to Rachel's channel. And I will see you guys later.